If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing, man? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Saturday, man. A lucky Saturday, man. I usually don't get the day off on these Saturdays, man, but today I do. And today I said, you know what? We're going to make it happen on the show today. So I decided we're going to go live and we're going to make it happen, man. GMS fam, the green room, welcome back. We have a lot of things to discuss, not just the Corey topic, but other things going on in entertainment. We'll get to that stuff later. First and foremost, make sure you hit the like button while you are here. Share this live if you can. Shout out to my GMS fam already in here in the chat. I see you, Grits and Gravy. Jamil is here. Mr. Fat Kush is in the building. I hope you smoke it with a name like that, Mr. Fat Kush. I hope you got some Kill Bill Volume 420 and you putting it in the air. And if you're not, it's okay too, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't judge, man. Ain't no peer pressure over here, man. You smoke when you get ready. Slam Newton in the building. Marquise is in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on? Listen, shout out to my people in different states tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Shout y'all city out if you rep your city, if you love your city, if you stand 10 toes down for your city. Put it in the chat, man, so I know where y'all tuning in from. Jan Wynn, what's going on, brother? Now, let's get it. We have to speak on this, man. Breaking news. Breaking fucking news. It seems as though the wife of Anton Daniels, man, Miss what is her name, man? Let me make sure I get it right. Leslie Daniels. That is the wife of Anton Daniels. She is suing Mr. Corey Lamont Holcomb for defamation. We're going to get to those court documents in a second. This is for obviously for his past statements and also for the shirt that he held up on his show depicting Anton Daniels, his wife, and his daughter being depicted as monkeys on a shirt. And he made a profit off of those. He also claimed that he was going to give the profits to the woman who was slain here in Minnesota. We're going to get to that because I think the court documents got it wrong. They said a woman who was killed by ICE in Detroit, but they were clearly talking about Renee Good, who was killed by ICE here in Minneapolis. We don't know if that actually happened. It could have. It might not have happened. I don't know. He did say if he could get in contact with him. He didn't make it a definitive thing where he really went. I mean, he said he would, but we didn't hear anything from it. And also, we necessarily need to hear about it. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, well, it'll come to light at some point. Now, this is very interesting because over the past few months, we've been hearing Corey talk a lot about how he's going to be taking the legal route against YouTubers and different people saying things about him. He already tried to serve Tasha K with a defamation lawsuit. He already is talking about sending cease and desist, all these things that he doesn't like YouTubers doing, or bloggers, or people that have things to say about him. He likes to take the legal route, but then it's not so fun when the rabbit got the gun, because he will go and do certain things and think there's no repercussions for it because he's him. And he said that himself. He said, you guys think that you can do what I do, but you're not me. Well, it doesn't matter who you are. The legal system is going to show you what it is when you feel like you are untouchable. Now, I will say this, full disclaimer. This is for the people that are going to watch this later and try to think that I'm piling on or whatever the case may be. You can't be somebody who cheered and clapped and celebrated when Afro Man won his defamation lawsuit because he was using his free speech and his ability to be an entertainer and won. And then on the other hand, try to demonize Corey and say, well, he should lose this because of what he did to that young girl. Now, there are clear differences. Unprovoked. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because I saw the point in the comments at some point. And I was like, well, that's a good point, but also there's differences. There's solid differences. There was no prior conversations between Afro Man and the Adams County Sheriff's Department before they raided him. There were conversations between Corey and Anton Daniels before they got together and did the show. There was also a back and forth between them two. Corey decided to bring other people into it and did what he did. That's what I think the solid difference is. That's pretty much the only difference. Corey used his platform to clap back and do what he did. Afro Man used his platform to clap back and do what he did. He also needed to pay for his door because they destroyed his property and stole his money. So there is more of a clear difference there if you really want to go deep into it. I saw the comment. I wanted to make sure I brought that up because it's a good point as far as like how people pile on and stuff like that. But also there are some very clear differences in those situations. Corey feels protected by free speech and the fact that he's an entertainer, which could be in his favor in this entire case. But what can be argued is whether he was being serious or not. And also his fan base. Because when you try to prove defamation, you have to prove that people believe it to be a fact. When they did the Afro Man trial, they were asking witnesses if they felt like what, and including one of the officers' ex-wives, if they felt like what Afro Man was rapping about, what he was saying was them to believe it to be true. They all said no. It'll be very hard for them to have some sort of proof that people don't believe what Corey is saying about Anton Daniels and his child and his wife. It'll be very hard. It'll be very hard. In my opinion, it'll be very hard. Who knows? But shout out to Sean Mims for the $4.99 in the super chat. He said, Corey is a clown now. Ryan Davis can take 3 months off while he still got to do clubs. Damn. Yeah, let's read some of this stuff actually before we get to it, because House of, I forgot what it was. I forgot what the YouTube channel was. I'm gonna get it in a second. Sorry for forgetting. They posted the fact that this happened. Now, this was filed back in February. They filed for defamation back in February. We're just now hearing about it almost 2 months later. And then the lead attorney got a hand of it. he made a video, and then Flacco, House of Hypocrites, there we go, House of Hypocrites, shout out to them. And then Flacco got wind of it and also made a video as well. So now we are safe to say that a lot of people know this situation is happening right now. Now, before we get to the lead attorney's video and Flacco's video to break those down and talk about those, we're going to go through some of this legal paperwork here that is accessible to the public. Here we go. So let me know. Can you guys? Yep, you guys can see that. All right, cool. All right, it says Leslie and individual Daniels versus Corey Lamont Holcomb. Case summary: Leslie and individual Daniels filed a defamation libel lawsuit against Corey Lamont Holcomb. This case was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Here's the readings. It says, "Come now, plaintiff, blah, 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 blah." The parties, plaintiff Leslie Daniels, at all times herein mentioned, is an individual residing in Detroit, Michigan. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is an African American in African America. The fuck? Plaintiff was 17 years old and a senior in high school at all times mentioned in this complaint. Now, they had to make sure that they reiterated that because now Anton Daniels' daughter is now 18. She's an adult. But when the comments were made, she was underage. She was not an adult yet. So that's why that plays a part in this whole thing as well. Also, with him showing her face on the internet, that was anybody who can see through bullshit can see that what Corey was doing was trying to gain some of his, some of his pride back. When we see what happened between him and Anton Daniels, something we've never seen happen with Corey on his show before with any guest or anybody really stepping to him. His manhood, part of his manhood, but a percentage of his manhood was stripped away from him that day. He knew that a nice chunk of his audience looked at him differently after that. He didn't really care too much about the cult fan base because he knew they were going to stick by his side, whatever. But the people that really saw through it, I think that bothered him. And he wanted to have the one up on Anton and was like, let me go ahead and post his child up here and make fun of his child and make people see, oh, I'm not scared of nobody. I'll do this in front of Anton's face. It's stuff like that that puts a almost 60-year-old man in the category of the mind of an immature teenager who can't accept an L. At a certain point in time, at a certain age, you have to learn how to accept an L. Now, it also goes on to say plaintiff Sharita, which is his daughter, Sharita Daniels, is and was an individual residing in Detroit, Michigan. Plaintiff Leslie Daniels is the daughter. Wait. Oh, I got it mixed up. I'm sorry. Let's go back now. Now that I'm reading 3 and 4, we got the names mixed up. My apologies. Leslie Daniels is not the wife of Anton Daniels. That's the daughter. Sharita Daniels is the wife of Anton Daniels. There we go. Sorry for the mix up. My apologies. Upon information, the belief, defendant Corey Lamont Holcomb, at all times herein mentioned, is an individual with a residence and place of business in the county of Los Angeles, California. Upon information and belief, at all times herein mentioned, defendant Holcomb produced and appeared on a weekly podcast known as the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show or the 5150 Show. The show consisted of long, rambling, profanity-laced monologues by Corey Holcomb, interspaced by product, commercials, and solicitations. Upon information and belief, at all times herein mentioned, the 5150 Show is a business entity of unknown form that produces and airs the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show, and said business entity has a principal place of business at. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there is an address. Number 8. The true names and capacities, whether individual, cooperate, representative, or otherwise of does 1 through does 1 through 25, inclusive or unknown to plaintiffs who therefore sue them by such fictitious names. Plaintiffs will seek leave to amend this complaint to show the true names and capacities of said defendants when they are ascertained. Plaintiffs are informed and believe and thereon allege that each of the defendants named as Doe, along with the named defendants, are responsible in some manner for the occurrences herein alleged, and that plaintiffs' injuries herein alleged were legally or proximately caused by said defendants. So what they mean by defendants named with the Does, because they had 1 through 25, it isn't just Corey. They'll add some other names in there, and I'm pretty sure one of those other names will be Craig Smith. You know, when he said that was Kumo's daughter. Listen, man, this is another reason, and it's very, very, it's tricky to speak on what another man should do when it comes to how people give him advice or try to tell him what he should and shouldn't be doing. But when instances like this happen, when things like this come up, please understand something. You are guilty by association. And when you are guilty by association, what happens is you're going to go down with the ship. You are going to go down with the ship. You made certain comments because you wanted to go along with what was happening on the show, and you didn't like Anton either because you weren't there. And I understand if you were there, probably would have went differently. Maybe, I don't know. But when you attach yourself to something that is toxic, unhinged, if you will, but you believe in it because the wool has been pulled over your eyes, you will land yourself in a court case that you really, truly didn't want to put yourself in the first place. I don't think that if it was under any control of Craig Fax to be in this situation, he wouldn't be. But sitting next to that man every week has put him in a lot of situations where he started to develop the same type of mindset as Corey, where it's these other people and it's not him. These other people got a problem. They think that, all right, okay, until you get into a situation like this. And that's something that I don't think Corey has been used to, because he's been able to get away from it in his echo chamber. Being in an echo chamber, you feel safe, you feel secure. The people that listen to you validate the things that you're saying. You feel like most of the things that you say is the truth. You feel like you're standing on business. You feel like you 100. You feel like all these different things. Then once that echo chamber gets a crack in it, and other people find their way into that echo chamber to the point where now it's not a chamber, it's now exposed to the world, you don't get the same reactions and the same feedback and the same feeling that you got when you were inside of that chamber. Now everybody's opinions and everybody's perception of you is now taking hold of your identity. You don't have the same outlook that you did 5-10 years ago because of the fact that the echo chamber is now destroyed. You are now exposed to the world. So now the things that you say that get popular or that get popping on the internet, it's going to affect people. And this is also the result of bringing people in to your bullshit that have nothing to do with it. Anton Daniels' wife or his daughter had nothing to do with you getting punked on your own show. That was you trying to save face and try to show your audience, I got it under control. I got this. Look how I'm putting this daughter up here. Ain't this super duper hellified? Come on, man. Now, I'm gonna let an attorney speak on this because I feel like he can break this down a lot better than I can. But this is what's really happening at the moment. Now, I want to say before I start this, it's defamation and false light. We're gonna scroll down in here for a second. I got another page I want to show y'all real quick. It's just a like quick breakdown of the entire lawsuit. So allegations and legal claims, defamation and false light. This is one. The Daniels family claims that Corey Holcomb made false and damaging statements about Leslie Daniels, including calling her a dyke, a homophobic slur, which is false as Leslie is heterosexual. This constitutes defamation per se, where damages are presumed due to the nature of the statement. False light claims assert that Leslie was portrayed in a highly offensive and false manner, particularly through the sexualized and derogatory context in which her image and character were presented. That number one is very damaging because, like I said, when you go on a platform and you feel like you can't, like nobody can tell you anything and nobody can correct you or nobody can give you good sound advice to try to help your career or try to help you not get in any unnecessary trouble, and you feel like you can do whatever because you're more worried about the audience perception than the people that actually give a fuck about you and know you in real life. It's like when he was trying to talk about Flacco. Flacco has a real chance of a defamation case against Corey. When D and Craig was trying to say grape and scrape so that Corey wouldn't say it, no, I'll stand on mine. I'm a G. I'll stand on mine. That's how I know niggas is faking out here. That's how I know. And fuck it, I got to keep it real. That's how you know a nigga's not who they say they are. If you got to continue to tell the world that you a G and that you stand on yours and that you super duper this and that if you have to continue to reiterate it, at some point, people ain't going to believe you. That's just like how you go for weeks. He'll go for weeks telling people how great he is as a comedian, how funny he is. Don't nobody really dispute that. We know this by now, but you continue to tell people, so much so to the point that you had to take a selfie video asking the crowd if you were funny. I've never seen Bo P do that. And he was the 40 years in comic and still practicing and being on stage with amateurs. You got to think about stuff like that. You really have to think about stuff like that. The people that you say are unfunny, the people that you say stink up the room and be getting booed and be bombing on stage. I've never seen any of these people post up a video and ask the crowd if they thought they was funny. That's just me. Maybe I'm getting off track. Number two, defamation related to the t-shirt. So now you know about the t-shirt that Corey dropped that depicted his wife and daughter as monkeys. The shirt depicting Leslie and Sharita Daniels as apes is alleged to be a racist and dehumanizing image that cannot be justified as satire or humor. The plaintiffs argue this depiction is defamatory and has caused further emotional harm. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. Before I get to that, I just want to say the defamation related to the t-shirt. This is the type of stuff that Corey gets mad about when he sees his face on somebody's thumbnail when they're actually talking about him, or like AI generated photos of him like crying or weeping or looking sad or mad. You can't be the person that gets mad at that stuff when you depict people and put images of people that of their likeness on their shit. So this is the projection shit I'll be talking about. He'll sit on this platform. You're going to take my likeness. You're my likeness, and you're going to put it on your thumbnail because, people want to see me and they don't want to see you. So you got to put my face on your thumbnail and use my likeness. How many people's likeness did he use for his t-shirts for monetary gain? But I guess it's okay because he's a accomplished comedian who is sort of famous to people. That qualifies you to, I don't know, in other words, be a piece of shit. I don't know. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. The plaintiffs allege that Corey Holcomb's conduct was extreme, outrageous, and done with malice, causing severe emotional distress to Leslie and Sharita. This includes the public use of degrading language and the commercial exploitation of Leslie's image. Number 4, violation of California Civil Code Section 3344. They getting in the codes now. Once you start getting in the codes, they trying to pinpoint that lawsuit. This claim concerns the unauthorized commercial use of Leslie's photograph, a minor, without parental consent. The law prohibits using a minor's image for commercial gain without permission, and the plaintiffs assert that Corey violated this by monetizing the broadcast and merchandise. That number 4, if there's anything that is going to stick without any question, it's going to be that. If that's under California Civil Code, he clearly, as you see, violated that. He posted her image, didn't blur her face out. You posted a minor without consent. Nobody told you can do that. It's that's kind of open and shut case Johnson on that one. What up, y'all? What's going on? I'm on this other page, so I'm not reading the chat right now, but I'll get back to y'all in a second. Now, legal context, private versus public figure. Leslie Daniels is considered a private figure, which also is another reason why defamation is a tricky thing, because if you are a public figure and people speak on you or show your face or show, your phone number or your address or whatever the case may be, if it's public information, then you don't really have like a doxing case as some people might have. So many people, it may be the same person with different accounts, but I've had people post my number. I've had people call me randomly talking shit or whatever, text me talking shit. I've had people post up addresses online. I've had people go and make burner accounts and message me from different, social media accounts. It's real life weirdo stands who don't like what you do on the internet, who will go out of their way to find your information and try to intimidate you or just to troll you or talk shit, whatever they try to do. But if you're a private person, a private figure, who you're not a public figure on social media, you're not doing all this stuff, if people put your information out there, now it's considered doxing. Now it's considered illegal. Sharita Daniels may be considered a limited purpose public figure due to her appearances on Anton's show. The First Amendment and anti-slap laws. Corey Holcomb is expected to argue that his statements are protected under the First Amendment as comedic and satirical speech. He may file an anti-slap strategic lawsuit against public participation, motion to dismiss the case early, claiming the lawsuit impinges on his free speech rights. Damages and remedies. The plaintiffs seek compensatory damages for emotional distress, medical expenses, and potential loss opportunities, punitive damages, and punish the defendant's attorney's fees, and injunctive relief to remove the offensive content. So they want not only do they want financial compensation, they want him to take down that episode or at least remove that segment out of his live video. Potential challenges and strengths. Strengths for the plaintiff: clear identification of Leslie Daniels with unblurred photos and verbal confirmation. As I said, the use of a homophobic slur and racist imagery targeting a minor. Commercial exploitation of Leslie's image without consent, and emotional distress claims supported by allegations of therapy and hospitalization. Challenges for plaintiffs: Corey Holcomb's defense of comedic expression and free speech, proving actual malice or reckless disregard. We're going to get back to that in a second. Establishing causation between the statements and hold on. I'm getting phone calls right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I gotta mute up. All right. Anyway, potential classification of Leslie as a limited purpose public figure due to her athletic achievements. Now, broader implications. This is the part that is very interesting to me. The lawsuit highlights the complex intersection of free speech, online content creation, and the protection of minors from defamatory and exploitative conduct. It raises important questions about the responsibilities of content creators, especially when monetizing content involving private individuals, particularly minors. Let's go back to proving actual malice or reckless disregard for the truth. You have to remember something in this moment right now. When it comes to this specific part, proving actual malice or reckless disregard for the truth, remember that Corey and Anton had just went through a very heated public tiff, if you will, argument. They almost went to blows. Corey was visibly angry. It was not about jokes or comedy at that moment. Now that was that day. When you fast forward to the next time he came through and he had the shirt, clearly he was in more of a comedic mode. I think that is what might help him get away from that, because it wasn't in the same day. Now, I'm not no legal professional. I don't know. I just would think that if you had an argument of that sort of nature, you could use that to help your case. If we're talking about proving actual malice, because now we're on to a whole separate day, and you can't say that this was off of some heated moment in the moment he went and made a shirt, came back to the show and said, look at this. His lawyer has to try to do a good job. And trust me, his lawyer, who if it's the guy that we think it is, God help Corey. If it's the guy that he's been having on his show, oh man, he's going to have a hell of a time. Now, let's get to the lead attorney, man. Let's get to the lead attorney. We're going to play his video first and break that down because he's going to talk about this. He also had some extra words for Corey when it came to this, because, you know, he hasn't responded to anything that has been said about him on the 5150 show since the last time Corey brought him up. Now, as you know, the lead attorney tried to get Corey's lawyer onto his show to speak on Corey's case against him and Christina Payne. The lawyer said that he was going to get clearance from Corey. He came back and said he was cleared and was able to talk. We saw it all in 4K, and then ended up backing out and not actually doing it due to a gag order or something like that. The lead attorney went on his platform to discuss what happened. He didn't say it in a disrespectful way. He wasn't being malicious. He wasn't throwing shade. He wasn't doing anything to try to go against Corey. He just explained what happened and why he wasn't able to get his lawyer on the show. For some odd, peculiar reason, Corey took that as disrespect, and he decided to not only go back at the lead attorney, but also call this nigga lead in a nigga ass attorney, which is very odd. Very, very odd. But of course, you know, Corey is the backdooria detective. He's the fruit booty detective. He makes sure that he calls out everybody else's gay tendencies besides his own. Now let's get to it. Let's get to some of this.
Shit, when was this damn thing filed? This was filed in February, guys. How did no one? I don't know how this came on House of Hypocrites radar. I didn't hear nothing about this. This was filed over a month ago. Shit, we're in April now, 2 months ago. Did any of y'all hear about this?
Slam. Corey didn't get punked on his show. If it was the other way around, what would you say about Anton? And be honest. I'm asking that as a serious question. If the same situation was the other way around and Corey was like, step your ass outside, and Anton sat his ass down and said, yeah, that's what I thought, What would y'all be saying about Anton? Be very honest. We'll get back to that in a minute.
I didn't know nothing about it. And it's in LA, state of California. That is where Corey Holcomb resides, of course. And who is being sued? Corey Lamont, of course, Holcomb, and the 5150 Show, a business organization, and John Doe's 1 through 25 inclusive. So he's leaving it open. He's saying, hey, man, hey. I might add some motherfuckers to this. Y'all keep talking. Now, big shout out to Darlene. Big shout out to Craig. I'm not really sure they said anything, right? You know, we're going to get into it. But we saw who was, who was the main culprit. But yeah, shout out to House of Hypocrites, man. He was on it for this and sent me these documents. And, you know, I don't know where he stands on this whole Anton thing or who's right or who's wrong. I'll tell you, as a professional YouTuber, I guess I'll call myself, y'all don't know. People been eating on this Anton Corey Holcomb thing. I would have to say the biggest beneficiary has to be O'Shea. Somebody write O'Shea Duke Jackson. Now, he was a huge supporter of Corey Holcomb. And then Corey Holcomb started talking shit about him. So now he's like, man, you know, I don't think he was messing. And he was friends with Anton, but then he got caught up in some whole, you know, it's YouTube stuff, right? So I'm sure that O'Shea, and this might surprise you guys, but I'm sure O'Shea dropping 85 on y'all every 30 days. I'm talking 85 racks. Every 30 days, just on the Anton shit. With 85,000 in your bank account in 30 days, would that look pretty nice? This is why, you know, shout out that, and now other people are talking about it. You know, the BB barbecue, the what's my man's name? Freezy. Fatty was talking about it. Shit, everybody talking about it. I had to come out of retirement and defend myself. Oh, thank you, Poetic Flacco. He was killing it. Oh, and yeah, Poetic Flacco. He probably been dropping a cool 500 on y'all too, on your head.
Yeah, these YouTubers are definitely making that type of money. Listen, I'll probably be cracking 20 to 30 bands a month if I sat up here and made videos every single day and posting them every day, talking about everything that's going on, because I got the chops to do it. But I got a job outside of here, nigga. This really is for fun. Even though I am monetized, I do it for y'all. I don't, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they are. Flacco even showed one of his screenshots from his YouTube earnings from a previous month when he made a video about Corey, and it was $70,000 for just that month. And he says his bills each month don't go over. I think he said they're not over like 13,000 or something like that. His bills are only like 13,000 a month. So when you think about it, this man pockets like $57,000 a month or more, depending on the month he's having. That was only a month. I don't know what he did that month. So, you know what I'm saying? He said you do it for both reasons. What's both reasons? What is the both reasons? Let's hear the reasons why I do something that you're obviously in my decision making. You know, we have conversations outside of this platform, George the Truth. So clearly, you know what I do YouTube for. Tell me what I do it for. Let's hear it, chat. Let's hear what I do this for, George. You can tell it better than I can, apparently. Money and my fan base. So you know how much money I make off this shit a month? Sir? There are websites available that can show you how much people make a month off of YouTube. I forgot the one that was like the popular one. What was the popular one that people look at for YouTube numbers? It's like Soundbase or something. I don't know what it is, but you can look it up. It's there. I don't hide nothing. Trust me, I do this for y'all. Even the niggas that don't believe I do. If I did it for the money, like I just said, I'd be posting shit every day. I have the ability to do so. I can do it from my job. I have done it from my job. But I don't find YouTube to be as important as my real life, which is why I only go live once every week or every other week, which is why I only post maybe 3-4 videos a week, you know, opposed to like 1, 2, 3 videos a day. I mean, I know how this shit works, but I definitely don't do it for the money.
Ed. I was like, shit, man, I need to be making some more Anton. I feel bad because I know both of these brothers. You know, I have collabed with Corey. Corey Holcomb. Listen, I feel bad for the brother, man. You know his situation. Damn near 60 years old, got to, rap about sucking dick, but
facts.
Everybody laughing about his age and stuff. He is 60. A lot of people don't make. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to 60. Truth be told. So shit, man, you got to do what you got to do. But I went out to the 5150 show and collab, met D, met Craig. Went out to eat with Corey and Craig and maybe somebody else I don't remember. They treated me real nice, spectacularly. Put me up in a nice hotel, paid for my travel, everything. Consummate professional. Then you got Anton over here. I first met Anton when at the Kevin Samuels funeral. And then I collabed with him on multiple occasions. And he had come on my channel, I guess, before. That was the first time I met him in person. So, guys, again, I don't have a dog in this fight. Anton has been mum after especially with the whole, somebody write Mika, man. If you want to talk about the biggest winner has to be O'Shea. The person that really got the short end of the stick, man. Shout out to that girl.
Wait, no.
Ain't no.
Hold on. What did I miss? You said what? Don't just skate past that. What happened? What did I miss? What did I just miss? Because I got up to grab my glasses. She said, "Where your glasses at?" I said, "It right here." Yours truly, Toya, was like, "Where the glasses?" I left, came back, and I think I missed something. What did I miss, Glittery? What do you say? Let me comment on that. What do you say? He did, like I said, he did mention Corey. He did mention it and acknowledge the fact that Corey has been saying things about him, and he didn't take the chance to pile on and talk crazy about him and nothing like that, which I respect. Because if he really wanted to, he can go in and make Corey look even more dumb for trying to allow his attorney to pull the wool over his eyes and make it seem like the lead attorney was lying about something when he literally showed receipts of DMs. Like that is the Trump method if I've never seen it before. We see something for our own eyes. We see the proof right in front of us. Somebody is presenting the proof of something. And then instead of being like, "Oh, damn, he showed the proof," niggas doubled down and said that, no, he still lied. Well, what did he lie about? No, he just lied. He's a liar. And he's a dick in the booty ass nigga. So, it's like, how do you want people to how do you want logical people to follow behind that type of shit? What up, Binky? Let's keep going.
What's being alleged? What are the women folk? What are they saying?
Oh,
defamation.
And before I continue, just shout out to Mello. Link is in the description below. My people over at Mello, man, they gave me a good supply of these drinks here. You can go to mello.com and get some products for yourself. For those who partake, the link is in the description below. If you use the code GMS, you will get 20% off your entire order. They do deliver to everybody, man. So make sure you check them out right now. I got that half tea, half lemonade. You know what I'm saying? The Arnie Palmer on deck. Make sure you check out my people at Mellow. Shout out to them.
And we're going to get into this false light, defamation of that damn shirt, gorillas in the mist, defamation of Sharita with respect to the shirt, Planet of the Apes. That's what Corey was on.
Yes.
Intentional affliction of emotional distress suffered by the daughter. Intentional infliction of emotional distress suffered by the wife, and violation of California Civil Code, 3344. Okay, here we go. All right, y'all get ready. Oh my God, another reason why I'm so blessed to be a YouTuber. Guys, y'all see this stuff. Y'all see these documents, and I don't really think that y'all think about. Well, let me tell you, when I see this, when y'all see this, I don't know what y'all think about, but when I see this, you know what I think about? I think about being in my bed and I have the remote and I hit that damn remote and the bed just incline up, and then I put my fucking feet up, you know, shut that shit. And I got the laptop and I'm just fucking clicking and clacking. Because I used to draft these goddamn things. These things, guys, don't just fall out of the sky. Like, somebody got to write this bullshit.
Yeah.
We got to write them. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to write these.
And that's another thing about what lawyers do. Another thing about what these lawyers do. They do a lot of work, man. So when you think about the lead attorney not actually practicing anymore and just going off YouTube, you can tell he really enjoys this a lot more than doing the practice, because it takes so much work. You got to think about all the documents that we read or see or hear about. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents. Somebody is typing that shit up. Late nights just doing all this shit.
Things anymore, man. For what? So glad that I'm out. Anyways, let's keep going. Comes now the daughter and the wife and file this complaint against Corey Holcomb and the 5150 show. The parties, who do we got? Leslie Daniels. She's an African-American. Y'all be wearing out this whole tether shit. So can somebody tell me what a fucking tether is? People call it Anton. What is the goddamn tether? Am I a tether? I took my 23andMe when y'all remember 23andMe when that shit came out. Anybody do that? And I found out that I was 18% white. And that's not really a surprise, because African Americans, we can look at each other. We can distinguish the Africans from the African Americans. Can we not?
All right, get back to the shit.
I don't know.
I don't hear all the action.
Anyway, Leslie Daniels is an African American. She was 17 years old.
What up, Marcus Speaks? Yours truly, Toya said, I'm about to stir the pot and ask Flacco, is he going to add terroristic cyber threats to his potential or future suit? I was talking about that before. That's why, you know, Corey got to be careful who he has up there to make him look tough, because, you know, having Mac up there say certain things about doing things to people. And I know they were speaking on Anton, and that situation was more about, you know, physicality than it was anything else. So I don't think he was really talking about just random YouTubers who just be talking or giving their opinion. But anybody can interpret that any type of way. And not to mention the things that have happened behind the scenes. Like, we got receipts of niggas pulling up to DMs in the name of Corey Holcomb and 5150 threatening niggas. Like, a lot of people could have had some sort of case on Corey and his minion a few years ago, because niggas feel the need to try to be internet tough and try to intimidate niggas or try to scare niggas away from doing content. and not thinking about any actual legal ramifications that come with it. You got to be careful about how you move because you want to try to protect your ego and not make yourself look like a bitch online. Because at the end of the day, the outside opinion isn't going to matter when you're in the court trying to fight for your freedom or fight for your bank account, nigga. Straight up.
Old and a senior in high school at all times mentioned in this complaint. Sharita Daniels, residing in Detroit, Michigan, also an African-American. Oh, here we go. Okay, so Anton is mentioned in this. Guys, I have not read this, all right? So we're reading this shit together. I don't know nothing about what's going on. Leslie Daniels is the daughter of Anton Daniels. Sharita is the wife. Based upon information and belief, Corey at all times is a resident of LA. All right. Corey produced and appeared on a weekly podcast known as the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. The show consists of long, rambling. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Oh. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? We have to write this shit, but I don't mean you. They throwing shots in the damn. Hell no! I'm sorry. I didn't expect that. I didn't. Usually, because this is a lawsuit. All right, this is a formal document. You don't expect an uppercut. All right, so let's go back. Okay, the 5150 Show consists of long, rambling, profanity-laced monologues by Corey Holcomb, interspaced by product commercials and solicitations. Damn. It's a business entity. Airs Corey, I guess. Oh, the show 5150 is a business that produces and airs the Corey Holcomb 5150 Show. Okay. The true.
Then they dropped the address of the Coin Academy. Now I know the Coin Academy is most likely well equipped around there. So if anybody thinks that they're just gonna pull up to have an issue with Corey at the Coin Academy, you're gonna have way more than an issue with the people there. Unlike Corey himself, those people actually do what they say they're gonna do, and they don't fuck around. So shout out to some of those guys there. Not all of them, but some of them.
Names and capacities, whether individuals. Okay, so he's leaving John Doe's, Jane Doe's 1 through 25. All right, here we go. Plaintiffs are informed and believe.
It definitely
and
is.
And again, let's just say this. Now, what's going to happen at some point if it makes it to this process is discovery. And y'all know Anton got the money to lawyer up. We have seen Corey's attorney. Anton got money. So a damn discovery where you get to depose people, that is one of the funner parts of being in it. Sometimes it could be, if you got to travel for it and stuff. But I get to sit there 6 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, 2-3 days, depending on the case. And I just get to grill you minute by minute, get you to answer all of my questions. I get to investigate. And shit, a lot of times, real talk, people don't want to be sued, not because they might lose money, but they don't want to do the damn discovery process. Because that damn thing is, all the skeletons come out, right? Anyway, the Anton's family alleged that each of the defendants are responsible in some manner for the occurrences herein alleged, and that plaintiff's injuries herein alleged were legally or approximately caused by the defendants. That's just saying, hey man, we think that Corey and his show and whoever else, they're the ones who did this. wherever it is alleged that any act or omission was also done or committed by any specifically named defendant, plaintiffs hereby intend or to allege and do allege. All right, so this is just saying about the Jane and John Does. This is pretty legalese. Plaintiffs believe that each of the defendants is an agent or employer. All right, so what is this saying? That, hey man, Corey did it, he's responsible, the 5150 show is responsible, somebody's responsible.
Somebody's responsible, and they gonna have to pay. Now yours truly asked, remember when Anton told Corey he was playing chess? I do remember that. And I think that at the time we all were like, hey man, this is a different field you playing in. Corey is somebody who is not well versed on YouTube algorithms, how this shit works. He just kind of goes at it and is like, well, I'm a popular guy and I got fans, so it is what it is. I'm gonna get this bread somehow. He's also one of those people that will ignore advice because not only does he feel like he knows better, but anybody who has never done what he's done or is successful or has enough money in the world don't have good enough advice for him to do something right. They don't know, even though he is clearly struggling to be the Hollywood comedian that he so desires to be. I'm just saying. And that's not me taking away from his talent. We all know Corey is a very talented comedian. He may have the same subject matter, but he knows how to make people laugh from the same subject matter. And the internet's opinion of if Corey's funny or not, in my opinion, doesn't actually matter because they're not the people going to buy tickets to see him every weekend. So that's my unbiased opinion for those who think I'm a hater. But here we are. We are in a situation where we have to think about the people who are up against him right now. Anton Daniels, Poetic Flacco, people like Joe Budden, O'Shea Duke Jackson. These are some people that have the internet in a chokehold when it comes to entertainment or gossip or whatever you want to call it. They can sway narratives for real. It didn't take 2, 3, 4 videos of Flacco talking about Corey's old comments for people to flood his comments in his chat calling him a PDF to where the actual narrative stuck. So now he can't get away from it. You can be a real nigga. You can be a G. You can be a nigga that stand on shit and also choose your battles wisely. When these guys smell blood, they like sharks, especially when you think you can attack first. If you don't know the algorithms, if you don't know how to maneuver through these YouTube algorithms, you are going to get caught up in some shit. I'm telling you.
All right. That's just naming the parties. This is the jurisdiction.
And they're asking for, so it says this court has jurisdiction over this action because the amount in controversy exclusive of cost and interest exceeds the sum of $3,500.
Okay, it says this court, which is in California, has jurisdiction over the case, and they're going to be asking for more than 35 racks. All right, so we don't know. Some people read this and say, "Oh, well, Anton Daniels, he's going to sue for $35,000." No,
it's more.
You have to put this in here to qualify to be in this courtroom, and you have to say that it's going to be more than $35,000. So it could be $40,000, it could be $4 million. We don't know. In fact, you know what I want to do? I want to take a peek. I want to take a peek at the bottom to see if they tell us how much Anton is going to ask for. And when I say, guys, when I say Anton, just know that I'm talking about Anton's family. All right. Let me see here. No. So we don't know yet how much they're going to ask for. All right. They could ask for 1 million, 2 million. Now, y'all know Tasha K, and we're going to talk about this, but you can win
What up,
$4
Smizzy?
million, speaking of Tasha K, and not get paid. Tasha K was on Corey Holcomb's ass.
I mean, quite literally. She said this nigga likes booty play. She was really on his ass. Big Ed said, I knew Corey's attorney wasn't good when him and Corey were online talking about his sealed case. Yeah, you can't go online, talk about the case, and talk about the person that you're not supposed to be talking about, court ordered, and then get mad at lead attorney for trying to have an interview with your lawyer who was already just on your platform talking about the case. Also, it's like that whole Tasha K thing and trying to send, cease and desist or defamation because she said he liked booty play. Hey man, I don't know if Tasha K is having her people do it or skim the internet for it, but you've definitely talked about some butt stuff before. And I guess you can use satire and the fact that you're a comedian and say you were joking, but not everybody has to take what you're saying as a joke. People can think that you literally did something. And if they use your words against you, whether you're joking or not, then there's no defamation case there. That's like when I was doing my Trump impression last week and I'm talking about his people in his cabinet. Clearly, I'm doing an impression. Clearly, I'm doing satire and I'm making jokes. I'm not saying that that is something that they actually did. Al Morian, I think that's how you say it. He said, soon as he monetized the channel, I knew the suits were coming. Yeah. You sit up all day and say you don't make anything from the show. And then once you start monetizing, getting memberships, now people are like, oh, well, he's making something a month. We're going to try to go after that. And even if they don't go after that, they're going to try to take the show if they can. Georgia True says, all this will balance out because I just gave the blueprint on how people can sue him because, because he has done the same thing. Anton, you talking about Anton? Yeah, and that's if people decide they want to sue. If people do. I know Anton, but then that's another thing. Anton isn't even behind the suit. He's not in the suit. So a reaction from somebody else being to sue Anton for defamation because his wife and his daughter are suing Corey for defamation will kind of be a little off logically. But I do know what you mean. Yours truly, Toya said Corey moves on ego, not quite logic. What up, King Lukey? Big Red said facts. Corey has PDF jokes all the way back to the foxhole that people could use against him. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I don't think people were understanding that. There's quite a few people, including myself, who knew that Corey was joking or trying to be the dark humor guy and be the shock jock value guy. And he, those things are definitely perceived differently at those times than they were today because of the heightened level of sensitivity surrounding children and adults and PDF shit. And like I said, the Epstein stuff and just people just cracking down on predators, period. It's the worst time in the world to have some of your old comments about kids pop back up. It was just the wrong time, which is why I said in that moment, instead of trying to be the guy that's trying to protect his ego and try to make it seem like I stand on this, I stand on that, ain't nobody finna make me do shit because I'm Corey Holcomb, the almighty God. He simply could have just been like, man, that was some shit I said in the past. Times were different. I was clearly just talking shit and trying to get a rise and be the entertainer and the dark humor guy that I am. That shit wasn't real. I didn't go to Iceland and do XYZ. I ain't got no allegations on me. He did say you can't find no allegations on him, but at the same time, he did not care that people felt a certain type of way about his comments. And like I said before, him apologizing or him trying to correct his comments or trying to straighten out his comments didn't have to be for the randoms that were labeling him a PDF. He could have did that for his core fan base, the people that were like, bro, like we not trying to have your show get X'd out of the YouTube universe, nigga. Just clear the shit up. We not trying to see you decline. Just you know what I mean? But he didn't want to do that. Smizzy said, if you notice, his downfall started with that Zoe and Aries fight. The show really never recovered. Well, numbers wise, he's been doing great over this past couple months. It's been looking real iffy. But I mean, that also goes with like, this is like the Drake and Kendrick thing. This is the best way I can describe Corey's numbers, because like Flacco would go on there and say, look at his numbers dwindling, they're dropping drastically. He's not doing the same thing. He's not on it no more. But you got to understand, when something happens and you get a lot of attention, you're going to get a lot of numbers. If that thing doesn't continue to happen, if those type of exciting things or those type of controversial or shocking things continue to happen, you're not going to have the same numbers. So the episode with Corey and Anton, almost 400,000 views or whatever, because there was a fight that happened. And then people wanted to see the response. So that next episode got like 250 or 300,000 views. Then it continued, but it continued to dwindle because we're not seeing no more interactions between Corey and Anton. We're not seeing no more fights on his podcast. We're not seeing him blow up in front of people. Like, it's different. So it's like when I say with the Kendrick and Drake thing, Kendrick and Drake had a battle. Kendrick numbers went up drastically because he was in the battle with another top tier artist. Two top tier artists are battling each other. And then you get Not Like Us that goes crazy, out of this world. Then after Not Like Us, you get the Super Bowl. Numbers go way up. Then you drop a top 10 hit with SZA. Luther's out here going crazy, staying on the charts, top 10 for months, a whole year, whatever the case may be. The numbers are going to spike. And then once that phase is over, the numbers are going to go back down. Of course, people are going to call it bots because they think that these numbers are supposed to stay in the high realm because now everybody loves you and listens to you all the time. No. People forget about logic when it comes to shit like that. But that's the best way I can describe the Corey situation. Cracking 100 plus thousand views on your lives, on your podcast, I think is doing good numbers. I know people get a lot more numbers and people do that, but they also put out a lot more content. Corey doesn't put out as much content as the rest of these guys. He does his live show once a week. They may put out a clip once a week. But for the most part, I think he does decent numbers for somebody who is like age restricted every single time he drops. I don't think any of his lives get fully monetized just because of the subject matter and the things that he says and how much he curses on his platform.
And had hooked up apparently with Corey's baby mama or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but Tasha K was saying that Corey ain't got a cent to his name. Now, I believe if you ask Corey will say, yeah, I ain't got a cent to my name. I got money, but I ain't got a cent to my name. And Tasha was talking about how, Corey was so mad that he had to pay an extra $200 or he had to pay like $250 in child support a month or something like that. And he was outraged that, it went from like 200 to 250 or something Tasha K was saying, but a very minimal amount. But that Corey was wilding out over the increase. You have to ask Tasha about that. I don't know. But let's just say that the increase was to $450 a month.
Nigga, I thought somebody was like breaking in my window, and I remembered I was on the top floor. I said, hold up, who the fuck is scaling up top of my apartment? And then I look over, it's raining like hell. And I mean hell. It might be hell outside right now. I thought somebody was scratching through. I was like, is that a squirrel, nigga? Who the fuck is scratching on my goddamn? But yeah, it's raining. So if you hear some noise in the background, it's raindrops and possible hail.
You're gonna sue somebody for $1 million, $2 million, but they acting out over $450 a month. Now Corey making money. You see the super chats, and apparently he's going around on. I know his numbers are low. They've been low. His numbers are dropping. I know that, but he's still getting something. And he's doing shows. That has to be something.
It's Corey outside the window. I'm tired of you talking shit, nigga. Whole ass nigga from Minnesota. I told you. Nigga can't climb. He can't scale no damn shit. He can't even climb a ladder right now. This nigga's wrist ain't been the same since last year.
So we making money, but you can have money, but it might not be in your name. So that's another thing, right? Anyway, where do we leave off? Oh yeah, so Corey is being sued, and Anton's family is going to ask for at least $35,000.
Nigga, yeah, right. As soon as this nigga put his arm on a ladder or try to climb something, this motherfucker gonna be... Nigga breathe heavy when he get out the car. What you talking about? Nigga can't scale no building. Nigga can't even scale the bed. Nigga have a hard time rolling in that shit. What the nigga say? Nigga snoring, don't even be asleep. As soon as this nigga jaw relax, this nigga get to snoring. Niggas thought this nigga was in the middle of a dead sleep. This nigga eyes wide open watching TV. He said, damn, nigga. I thought you was asleep, nigga. Thought you was catching Z's. He's, oh, no, nigga, just my neck relax and shit. You know what I'm saying? I have my airway passages and shit.
Venue is proper. All right, here we go. The factual background. January of this year, boy, this was like a whole Cat Williams thing. There are still people eating off of this. Your boy House of Hypocrites. Shit, I mean, I was talking about him. What am I doing? It's crazy. I don't remember a beef between two content creators that has lasted this long.
Look, man, it's only lasted this long because niggas keep talking about each other and doing extra shit. Now, I want to go to Flacco's video because, and here's the thing, the lead attorney's video is great. He breaks it all the way down. It's like 2 hours long. Y'all can go check that out and hear what he has to say and just break down the entire thing, all the documents and what they mean. He's a much better person for that than I am. So make sure you guys go and check that out. That's on his other channel too, by the way. He has 2 channels. And that's another reason why I didn't see some of the content that he's put out lately, but he has 2 channels. It's on his, what he calls his back channel. And I'm sure, when Corey gets wind of him talking about this, he's not going to call it his back channel. You can call it his backdooria channel. He said, any nigga that got another channel and call it his back channel, he can get it through the back door. I can hear it now. That's his backdooria channel. Leading the nigga ass law got a backdooria channel where he go and talk out of his fruit booty mouth about a super duper hellified nigga like Corey Holcomb. Nigga be talking in third person like a motherfucker. When this nigga lead attorney walk through his house, all you hear is whistling. Ooh. Every time this nigga wash his ass, it burned. This nigga can't wash his ass without doing. Nigga can't wash his ass without making his face. Hey, look, I'm doing an impression, okay? So if you see this lead attorney, I'm not calling you leading nigga the ass law. I don't think you're taking up the ass, okay? Don't get mad at me. Just piggybacking off of shit. That's all. Anyway, let's get to it. Oh, before I get to this Flacco video, let's talk about this real quick, all right? Corey Holcomb displayed once again why he needs to do proper vetting before he puts information out there to the public. You need to fire your information guy. Whoever it is bringing you info about these niggas, and I know it's another older nigga that don't understand how internet works or just really looking at documents. I know they set you up for failure, bro. You have to get rid of whoever's giving you information. Because the lead attorney, although some niggas don't think he's an attorney and isn't qualified to whatever, he truly believes that Flacco has a defamation case after what Corey did last week. And I truly believe that after what I heard him say, how he explained it, I was like, damn, Flacco might actually have a case. And honestly, I think after all the things that Corey has said about Flacco and the fact that Flacco breaks 50 plus bands a month, he has the money to go to court and to take the legal route with Corey. See, the problem was, and this is what Corey has done to a few people, and this brings me back to the Black Babble situation. When Black Babble was on Corey's head and when his back was against the wall, he took information from somebody else, which was Billy Sorrell's, somebody who, which in my opinion, it's like, if you know a nigga off the wagon, if you know somebody is not right up top too well, when you know somebody is out here saying things and acting out because they're having some sort of mental breakdown, only from what I could assume to be a mental breakdown, I would never take info from a nigga and take it as word or take it as factual. He took what Billy Sorrell said or claimed against Black Babble without absolutely no proof. Not one. Till this day, there has not been one drop of proof against Black Babble. Not one. Niggas said they was going to bring the mom or bring the whoever it was that he allegedly scraped or miscrested, whatever he did. Billy was supposed to have them on and interview them. People were supposed to do all this stuff to expose Black Babble. It never happened. But to me, it seems like a convenient strategy when you have a label being put on you. The one thing you can do is put a label back on somebody instead of disproving what it is that the label is. Now, here's another fact. We have not seen we have not seen Black Babble since. But that to me, now let's be honest, that to me is one of YouTube's greatest mysteries that we have never figured out. This nigga alleged some shit. Black Babble responded and denied it, but then deleted the video and then deleted his social medias. That had to be the great. And I'm sitting here, at the time, we had our little sectors of YouTube. You got me, you got Black Babble, you got 3Gs, you got Binky, you got M from New York, you got DC the Truth, you got all these different YouTubers, and we all coming together to work with each other, go live with each other, talk to each other behind the scenes, sharing information. And I'm telling y'all right now, I was talking to Babble behind the scenes, bro, when all this stuff was going on, and I could not get no clear, concise answers from this nigga. And I had to be truthful with him, like, hey man, I can't mess with you no more, bro, because it's like it don't look right. It don't look right. And I know you denied it, but then after you deleted the video of you denying something so serious, how you expect me, somebody who don't know you in real life, to feel? I cannot just take your side, bro. I'm not taking Corey's side. I'm not taking your side. At this point, we ain't got no hard, concrete evidence, but both you niggas look weird right now. He said, who was the content creator out of New York that exposed Corey's son's situation? That was SW Valor, also known as N from New York. He was somebody who definitely made it a mission to get on Corey's nerves. And he was somebody who Corey and his team paid attention to, no matter how small his platform was, how many views he got. The phone call shit that happened, where this nigga, that was who altered the phone call that I showed him in private. And after me and him fell out and stopped being cool, he took the phone call and edited it up, put his voice in there, and made it seem like he was talking to Corey. After that, we stopped fucking with each other. I wasn't fucking with him after that. But they saw that video 10 to 15 minutes after it came out. And this was on an alternate YouTube channel that he created that had like 20 subscribers. How the hell they see it before I did? That is another big mystery to me. But I know why, because them niggas is addicted to watching motherfuckers that talk shit about them. And then they go on the platform and try to act mad at the niggas that talk shit about them. And this is years ago. And you're still talking, and till this day, you're talking about trying to change your algorithm. That's why I was on his ass about the whole algorithm conversation he was trying to have a month ago or so, talking about, I got to change my algorithms. Nigga, you've been on the same algorithms for years watching niggas you don't like, hate watching, and then go on your platform and say niggas is hate watching. It's been all projections. Niggas don't hate watch you. It's entertaining. But you hate watch people. You go search your name, or you have people go and search your name and look up videos of people talking about you, and then you have them send it to you and you watch it, and then you get mad and go to your platform, and then you want to send cease and desist, and you want to send lawyers, you want to send copyright strikes. Well, let this shit continue to happen to you from other people so that you understand it's not that sweet. You're not untouchable. You're not somebody who is just this well-known great comedian OG who nobody is going to go after. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Now let's see how Flacco reacted to some of this stuff here. But yeah. So what he did, as far as when it comes to Flacco and claiming that Flacco has a scrape case against him, he royally messed that up. And I'm talking about royally. And this is another reason why the people that sit next to him also need to be up on certain things so that they know, and don't be scared, because I'm sure if somebody like, I don't know, a Chris Spencer was sitting next to Corey and he knew the Flacco situation and heard what Corey was saying, he would have stopped him before he went too far and was like, hold on now. I heard about that. I think it was his family member and not him, if I'm not mistaken. So be careful, just to see how he would react. I'm pretty sure in that moment he would have disregarded it because he would have felt like somebody was trying to correct him or check him, and he knew what he was talking about, and he was like, no, it's him. Just like he was trying to stand on saying the R word, knowing damn well it'll make his channel get demonetized. You have to get out of your own ego. You have to get out of your own pride sometimes and think about the longevity of it. And we saw a glimpse of that a couple weeks ago when he was talking about Jamie Foxx and really revealing to his audience that he has been faking this entire time when it comes to certain people. He just been mad that he wasn't a part of the group. So you call niggas gay all this time. So now you got all these people believing that all these people are gay, all these people backdooring, all these niggas is sleeping with niggas, only to say that you just wanted to be around it. Which leaves the people who have been conditioned to think that most people in Hollywood are gay or do gay stuff, or most these top tier celebrities do gay stuff. Now they're thinking you want to. You don't know how many comments I've seen where people say, oh, well, Corey opened up his cheeks now. Oh, Corey ready to take it up the ass now because he's trying to get back. Nah, like, how about the fact that most of that stuff that he was saying ain't true about the specific people he was talking about? Now, there is some gay niggas out in Hollywood. Not some, there's a lot. But do I believe that all these niggas had to do something gay to get to where they at? Hell no. And that's probably why some of the people who he respects and loves so much, from the Kevin Harts and the Nick Cannons and these different people, don't give him the opportunities that they give to other people. They may smile, they may say hi and be like, I respect you as a comedian, I respect you and all the things you've done, but I'm not finna attach your name to mine. They said, hey, this hey, this nigga look like he about to drop the hardest neo soul album of all time. This nigga looking like Jack Harlow. Nigga Corey looking like Jack Harlow album cover and shit. The fuck is you doing? This nigga Corey look like he ready to take a long walk around the park after dark looking ass nigga. This nigga look like he asking hey, this nigga look like he telling his producer in the back, you better call Tyrone. It looked like at any moment Corey could just stop talking and go in the mic and be like, doo 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 doo. Nigga just break out in all the R&B hits, nigga. This nigga look like he was in Vogue. All right, let's hear some of this Flacco video, man.
You got a picture of his daughter? I'm a dirtbag. You got a picture of his daughter? This brag on not having no children out of wedlock. What happened, D? It crashed.
Now,
That's the broad.
I was told.
Y'all can get the broad off. That's his daughter. This man said he ain't got no children out of wedlock.
That's Cool Mo daughter.
That's who?
Not Cool Mo D, Cool Mo daughter.
That's the air up there. Look, let me tell you something. Don't make no more kids. That gonna be buying pussy like you after a while. If you don't know, don't ever brag on no what you ain't got. Don't nobody want no kids with you.
I wonder if Craig, even in that moment of laughing and trying to, stroke Corey's ego, if at any point he felt like any of the shit that he did was immoral. Like, that's a serious question that I have for somebody like Craig. Like, do you ever think that any of the things this nigga does is immoral? Or do you think that he should be able to do it just because niggas is, too sensitive or whatever the case may be? Because I'm so sure that Craig would not feel this way, especially him being a new dad. Craig being a new dad and the attachment he has to his son. Shout out to Craig and shout out to his son, man. And I see him doing what he needs to do as a father, and I respect that. So I'm not trying to say this out of like disrespect or malice, but him being a new father, if there was anybody that would do what Corey did towards Craig and his son, I'm sure it wouldn't be funny. That's why I can't laugh at certain things like that. Like, if it's something where it's like a Trump and people talking about a Barron Trump, or one of his kids or something, I'm gonna laugh because it's like, your daddy is a piece of shit and he's raising pieces of shit. What am I supposed to do about that? It is what it is. But like, for the most part, kids are innocent in a lot of shit. And when you have somebody that'll go to that length to do something like that, and then you piggyback off it and basically endorse it, now people got to bring up your character. And I feel like Craig's support has been declining ever since he stood next to Corey and backed a lot of the things that Corey has said. I really, truly don't believe that he would have lost respect if he would have been somebody like a Chris. Like, that's why when Chris Spencer was sitting there saying what he was saying to Corey and calling him out for certain things that he does, Craig was radio silent. And I know he had to have been sitting there like, damn, these niggas gonna get on my ass because he doing the shit that people saying I should have been doing. And part of that is, I feel like him being afraid of a possible blow up between him and Corey, not being afraid of Corey per se, but of a potential blowout on live between them two with the amount of respect and love that he has for Corey. He doesn't want to be another Zoe or another Grady or another this or another that. So it's much more safer to just back everything that he says and support and condone all the shit that he says. But as you can see, it has led him to a point where now he's going to find himself a part of a defamation lawsuit when it wasn't even his idea in the first place to make a shirt or to go at Anton's wife or daughter in the first place. This is what happens when you align yourself with certain people that definitely do not have your best interests. And I dare somebody to tell me about putting Craig on his platform because that's Corey looking out for him. Craig is able to have his own platform and I didn't know Craig from 5150. I didn't get put on to Craig from 5150. I found out about Craig from Roast Me, as well as a lot of other people. So it's not that he is attached to 5150 in a way where it made his career. Now he's being attached to Corey and 5150 because that is his main base of where he is seen. And now the narratives and the things, the rhetoric that is now being put behind his name is now in a negative light because of what he has chosen to align himself with. Let's keep going.
Nobody want no kids with you. Your prime years, you was a scammer. You was doing scams. Now that you older and found a way to manipulate, get dude off the screen. Get dude off the screen, man. That's who the that.
I remember when he did that. He said Chris Spencer even turned to Craig and asked him if he ever called Corey out on his BS. Not only that, but while he was sitting there trying to explain something, he turned to Craig and tapped him like, come on, man, help me out. Like, you hear every goddamn week, nigga. Like, what I'm saying, you got to know is true. Help me out. You see what I'm seeing. I'm not. Am I lying right now? Like if I was Chris, I would have definitely got more on Craig's case in that moment because it's like he really was sitting there quiet. He didn't know what to say. And also, in my opinion, this may be a little controversial, but if Craig truly believed what he has said in the past in support of Corey and the things that he says and how he moves, he would have opened his mouth to defend Corey at any point during him and Chris's back and forth. If you truly believed in the things that Corey says on his platform, if you back it the way that you do when you're there, when there is no Chris Spencer, you would have defended Corey at any moment. But you couldn't because when facts are being presented, it's hard to argue facts. Not for somebody like Corey. Corey will argue facts all day. He doesn't need logic when it comes to defending facts because it's all about how he moves, what he needs to say, how he feels, and that's it. But I don't believe that Craig was silent just because he wanted to be silent. I feel like he felt it in his heart that what Chris was saying was facts and there was no way around it. Now, let's hear what Falco got.
Now, the insults are constitutionally protected. You could make fun of whoever you want to make fun of. However, Corey Holcomb did go into certain details that Anton Daniels and his family believe is defamatory. I'm going to show you guys exactly what they believe is defamatory once we get to that part in the lawsuit. The individuals who are suing Corey Holcomb isn't Anton Daniels himself, but we know who's banking this lawsuit. Obviously, Anton Daniels is, right? So his daughter, who actually just turned 18, Leslie Daniels, so she's listed as a plaintiff, and his wife, Sharita Daniels, is suing Corey Holcomb, the 5150 show, and 1 through 25 inclusive, meaning they could add up to 25 new people. I think Craig Smith got to be looking at this lawsuit like, oh, I said some things now. When Corey Holcomb was roasting the daughter, I engaged in that conversation. Now, the charges here are defamation per se, false light, defamation of Leslie Daniels with respect to the T-shirt images, defamation of Sharita Daniels with respect to the T-shirt images, intentional infliction of emotional distress suffered by Leslie Daniels, international infliction of emotional distress suffered by Sharita Daniels, violation of California Civil Code Section 3344. Now, listen, man. All right.
Now, I'm not going to have him go through the court case again like the lead attorney did and like I did in the beginning, but I want y'all to hear what he said when it came to the lead attorney talking about how Flacco may have a case. Let's see. Is it right here?
A grape case.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go.
Go to the lady's family. Why Corey Holcomb hasn't given an update? He hasn't came on his podcast and said, "Hey."
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let's see. Oh God, dude. This is what I mean by the conditioning, man. I feel bad for some people that like really have believed in a lot of things that Corey has said about stuff. Like, I don't think y'all understand. All that shit has been an excuse. All the alphabet people, the LGBTQ, there's a backdooria war against me. Everything that Corey has said in regards to things that are against him have been all but distractions away from taking accountability. There's no LGBTQ coalition that is after Corey right now because he would have been gone and they would have been took his fucking channel from him. They would have been at his head. You know who really had them people at them like that for real without just telling his audience to pull smoke and mirrors around? Dave Chappelle. Niggas was pulling up at his shows in different states protesting against him because they felt like he was anti-LGBTQ, like he was homophobic or transphobic. That's who really had the alphabet community against him. See, when people start actually trying to show up and stop your bread, when people start actually canceling your shows and not having you around because you saying stuff about LGBTQ, then you'll have a case. Corey didn't stop losing shows until they showed a video of him smacking a bitch in the face. This is part of the conditioning that he has done to a lot of people and mainly black people at that, making y'all believe that he has some army against him when he doesn't. He literally doesn't. And all that got exposed in one night when he said simply that he was saying shit about people because he really wanted to be around them. There is no conspiracy against him. Glorious Johnson said, Craig has checked Corey before and Corey respected him for it. Folks are just trying to create something between them and they already expect it. All right, when? When did he check Corey? I don't remember. I really don't remember. You could be right. I don't remember, but we don't see it on a regular basis. Corey has said a lot of shit that, in my opinion, somebody like Craig would have probably had some back or some type of defense for, some type of rebuttal for if it was anybody else, if it wasn't him. That's just in my opinion. I don't know. We could be thinking about two separate things. The variant said, you saw when Corey was saying that about people not being there for him, etc. too. Oh, you talking about Toy? Exactly. Corey had narcissistic personality disorder. He doesn't take accountability in his mind. He doesn't even believe that he's wrong because he finds a way to blame the other person no matter what. Yeah, it's a war out here. Sal Perez says Corey also doth protest too much about certain things. He is a fourth rainbow down low, allegedly. A fourth is crazy. What is a fourth gay? Is that like you don't allow other niggas to clap your cheeks, but you'll clap your own cheeks just to get the gay satisfaction off of you? Like, he won't go as far as have another nigga do it, but he'll do it himself. Is that what a fourth gay is? Like, a fourth gay is like, oh, nigga, I'm a street nigga, I'm a G, but look at my outfit. Is that like the is that a fourth gay? Like, is a fourth gay the fact that Corey sings like Luther Vandross? Is that a fourth gay? I don't think people understand. Like, if you really against LGBTQ, if you really against certain shit, it's like certain things you don't do. And this nigga, I mean, you to go from the outfits to the heavy amount of I was gonna say lip gloss, but Carmex on his mouth, and then to the fact that he sings exactly like Luther Vandross. To me, that might be a fourth gay. I don't know. In my opinion. Let's finish this. Let's keep going.
Hey, family, we donated his money to her family. Yeah, we haven't gotten that yet. Did he give a time frame? Because I don't. watch Corey Holcomb? Like, did he give a time frame to when he was going to donate the money? Because if not, that's scamming. Now, I don't know how the scamming would help the defamation. I think they're just including everything in this just to make Corey Holcomb look as bad as possible. Now, I'll be fair with y'all. I don't know how strong of a defamation case they have here. I don't know per se. But what I can say is I'm happy, right? I'm happy they're going to drag Corey Holcomb to court. I'm happy they're going to make Corey Holcomb spend as much money as possible, right?
See, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. It be shit like this. When niggas try to call this a hate channel and say I'm hating and say I'm doing all of this, you ain't never heard me one time on this channel over the last 5 years or so say that I'm happy that Corey is going through it. You ain't never heard me say that. I ain't never been glad or happy or cheerful when this nigga going through shit. I may talk about it. I may agree that whatever happening is well deserved, but I'll never cheer it on. I'll never be happy about it because I don't want to see a nigga fail. I don't want to see a nigga lose, and I don't want to see a nigga fail. This nigga Flacco is ecstatic. He is so glad. And justifiably so. If you go out there and you call a man a grapist, you better have some proof behind it or be prepared for what comes with it.
Yo, my Corey Holcomb videos started to get a little personal once Corey Holcomb came on his podcast and disparaged me and called me a grapist and said I had a grape.
You say you should see Bunchy B's video about dude. Yeah, look, any nigga on the internet incriminating himself, I don't think is smart, regardless of what points he make or if he's even being factual. If you on the internet incriminating yourself to the point where you could catch a charge or get locked up for it, I don't respect it, man. Shout out to Bunchy B. I don't have an issue with that guy. I just think some niggas is dumb on the internet and they try too hard to prove something to people. And that's why the niggas like Flacco is winning, like the nerds and the lames and the incel niggas. And I'm not putting that label specifically on Flacco, but it's like you can tell, of course, Flacco ain't a street nigga. He not a gangster. He not somebody that's finna go outside and get it cracking. He's gonna call the police on you when you pull up. He's gonna get you arrested. He's gonna find a way to get you up out the paint legally. Same with academics. Same with DJ Vlad. Same with all these different like people that's out here. Same with Myron Gaines. These niggas are not out here like that. But they're winning because now they're now fighting back at the niggas who claim to be tough, who claim to be street, who claim that they'll do this and that to people, who will go as far as to incriminate themselves on the internet, but won't actually go after these niggas and set an example, which I don't encourage. But if you're really about that life, then be about it. Quit speaking about it on the internet and then get surprised when the feds knocking at your door. And yes, it is just entertainment until niggas have cuffs on their hands and they are behind bars. Just ask niggas like what's the nigga name? Loose Cannon. Brick Baby. Ask them niggas. Ask Big U. Ask Young Thug. Ask all these niggas. It's all entertainment until niggas get locked up. It's literally, and I hate to see it. That's why I hate to see it because niggas will have the opportunity to make a name for themselves. Niggas will have the opportunity to create some type of wealth for them and their family. Niggas have all these opportunities in the world that a lot of people don't get, and they fumble it because they've been conditioned by the streets. That's why this Gucci shit is going on right now. Niggas talking about, oh my God, I can't believe Gucci, who's 50 years old with a whole family and responsibilities in life, taking care of I don't know how many people, would tell the police that he got robbed and forced to sign a contract out to a nigga who shouldn't be doing it himself because he's a whole successful fucking artist. Niggas mad that Gucci man snitched. Niggas whole lot. I seen a nigga post, oh man, when I was a young nigga, we used to crash out because of Gucci, man. I'm so disappointed. That's some fuckboy shit. How are you sitting up here talking about, nigga, you made me crash out. I'm disappointed in you. Nigga, grow up, man. Grow the fuck up. Niggas is lost. I know when people be like, oh, the CIA did a good job. It's crazy how good of a job they did. Because niggas will sit up here and really champion a lifestyle that has caused a self-genocide of their own people. And I will look that up. Appreciate you for bringing that up. Universe 25. I'm definitely gonna look that up. But I'm just saying, man, like I can't get into that type of content, man. I can't get into that type of content because I'm realizing the type of detriment it's really doing to people. Because even if it stays out of the music, now it's like the influence comes from the streamers. The influence comes from these podcasts and these different internet platforms. And now you got the gangster niggas who was in the streets at one point now on the internet talking about all this shit and trying to reinforce negative stereotypes and keep people in this fucked up mind state where they feel like they gotta be street, they gotta be hard, they gotta go after niggas, they gotta kill niggas, they gotta set examples. We will never, ever get out of that mindset if we continue to back these people, support these people, and put them on platforms. We have to force these motherfuckers to rehabilitate. You gotta force them to rehabilitate. Like for real. And part of that is not allowing them on these platforms, not giving them opportunities, not letting the genre of music be oversaturated with that type of content. There's ways of suppressing this shit. And I know we don't have the problem. I know we don't have the power to do that. We don't have the problem to do that. There's niggas in control of this shit that press the button. But we can push back however we can to stop stupid shit like that. But let's get to this. I'm gonna finish this so Flockham can get his point out. This is him explaining why he might have an actual defamation case against Corey Holcomb.
Case when that's not the case at all whatsoever, right? So in that regard, with Corey Holcomb coming on his show and calling me a rapist, in that regard, I wish the worst for Corey Holcomb. So yeah, I want for Anton Daniels to drag him to court, right? Make him spend years in court, spending money he don't have. Like, didn't Tasha K say that Corey Holcomb was having a panic attack when the child support court increased the child support by $250? So Corey Holcomb is about to spend money he don't have. Or maybe the lawyer he's working with. I want to see if that lawyer is willing to do years and years and years of free work. The second cause of action in this lawsuit is false light. They will claim that the false light created by defendants will be highly offensive to anyone in plaintiff's position. At the time that the statements were made, plaintiff was a vulnerable, unshielded high school student. Clearly, they are referring to Corey Holcomb calling, again, the plaintiff the derogatory term for lesbian when she's not, right? The word they would claim is a disparaging, homophobic, and misogynistic slur for a lesbian, particularly one who is masculine or butch, and apparently Leslie Daniels is a heterosexual woman. The other cause of actions were rooted around inflicted emotional distress on Leslie and her mom. Now, listen, I don't know how this lawsuit is going to turn out. What I will say is I hope Corey Holcomb uses up all his money in regards to this lawsuit, because I have a year to go after Corey Holcomb. See, the lead attorney, who has been, an attorney for, I don't know, the last 20 plus years, he actually sent a message to me on his live stream.
Ain't that a fact? Ain't that a fact? I wish I had audio of an old black man that said those words that you just typed and make it sound like it's on an old record player with the staticky sound and the, you know what I'm saying? I need something like that to go on an album. Awareness of your condition will help heal the condition. It's profound right there.
And he says that when Corey Holcomb came on his podcast and called me a rapist and said that I had a rape charge, well, when Corey Holcomb did that, I actually have a cause to sue. I actually have a defamation case, even though Corey Holcomb was going a roundabout way and not trying to say my name, but he said enough to where I have defamation according to the lead attorney.
Push up in a fago. That's what I call them. I don't know the other name. I call them push up in a fago. I did research on this guy. This man is a rapist.
Yikes.
This man is a rapist. Did you don't know nothing about that? There was a lot of people looking at him talk crazy about Corey and all like that. Push up in a fago, got a rape charge.
You know what I don't like? I hate when this nigga refers to himself in third person. It like really shows how he thinks of himself, and not even in the like healthy, like high regard. It's like that's a very toxic trait to have, to refer to yourself in third person. You really, to me, it seems like you are building a character. Like this person that the people see on this show is a character that's not truly who you are, because you constantly have to refer in third person. Because if you said me, you would actually put these on yourself to the point where it would make it true. When you don't truly believe these things about yourself, you will believe it about the character that you have built over the years.
I cannot.
In my opinion.
See, they want to go back and forth every week. I'm not going to go back and forth with you every week. I'm just going to find out what I need to find out, because he don't use his real name. People who really, you don't know their name, you got to watch them on the internet.
Flacco, you need to. I don't want to say that stuff now. Flacco had a misunderstanding about how the law worked. Flacco was thinking, oh, he has to name me specifically. And that's not the law. Flacco was thinking, oh, I ain't got no case because he didn't say my name specifically. Now, how's Flacco supposed to know? He's not an attorney, right? There's no shade. That's not how it worked, though. So when Little Gaming Channel said, you about to enter them pockets now, and we can talk about this, so we're going to go through all of it, guys.
Lead attorney, he's the expert. If he says I have a case, then God damn it, I got to look into it, man. And Corey, understand this, Corey. The minute I make my mind up, I'm coming for that fake plan. Right?
Hey, he was like that nigga that was in court. He's like, and this nigga Corey called me a rapist? God damn it, I'm not. This nigga finna try to take everything.
By the end of I want that fake plan by the end of all this, okay? But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another dope video, then click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, or here somewhere on my screen to find out why exactly Pooh Shiesty's life is pretty much over and ruined after what Gucci Mane did last night. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. And if you're still watching this video, like this video and then click the hype button after you like it. That's the best way to push my video.
Click the hype button. Do y'all think Flacco is going to actually go through with it? Do y'all think Flacco is going to go through with a defamation? I don't know. I think for a content's sake, Flacco will do it. I think for the content, Flacco will be like, you know what? Let me go ahead and light this nigga up real quick. Let me go ahead and make an example out of Corey, since he feels he's so untouchable. If he feels so sure about this, what do y'all think, man? He said Flacco coming for the fake plan. He said, I really hope so. I don't know, man. Matter of fact, let me put the poll up while we do this. We had some other topics too that I was trying to get to, but I think I'm running out of time. I definitely am probably running out of time. I wanted to get to this Gucci stuff and a couple other things, but I don't know if we have the time today. Let's see. Let me ask y'all the question. Should Flacco sue Corey for defamation? Let's see what y'all think, man. Let's see what y'all think. We're going to put the poll up and we're going to see what y'all think about this. Excuse me, I kind of did speak on the Gucci stuff already. You kind of know how I feel about it. I kind of went on a tangent about that because it just pisses me off, the outlook that people have on like these situations and like the double standards. And you know, it's like the street rules are developed to inevitably make you fail. That people want you to die or go to prison or be labeled a snitch forever. There's no positive outcome that comes from it, and that's the conditioning. It's like, if you know this is a train wreck, what are you doing staying on a train when you have every opportunity to hop off that motherfucker safely? before it even gets there. Now, I know some people are born into certain things. I know it's conditioning too with the families and how people are raising you. But at some point, man, we have to distance ourselves from the fuckery. Because we're the only group of people in America that get generalized. We're the only group in America that gets generalized by every other race. One black person does something, that's every black person's attitude and how they move. And these are coming from people that live next to civilized black people. It's funny to me because a lot of the white folks who be on the internet, if they are white folks and not bots or racists, whoever they are, even if they aren't white, they're more than white people are racist. Mexicans, Asians, Muslims, whoever's on the internet trying to talk about black people being violent and how they do this and that. These people have never in their goddamn life experienced violence from black people against themselves, against anybody they know, or just randomly on the street seeing a black person just attack a white person. These people have never seen it. They've never seen it. But they will push a narrative about us as a whole because it's easy to do. So that's why when I see us participate in certain things like this whole snitching concept, the street concept, niggas that get $1 million opportunities but fumble them because they want to keep 1 foot in, 1 foot out the streets, I'll never respect it. I'll never look at it as anything other than disgraceful. And you can look at me however you want. You can say whatever you want. I would much rather be on the right side of history. Point blank, period. I would much rather be there. Somebody wanted me to talk about the Kanye thing too, about him like being accepted again or whatever the case may be. Listen, man. Kanye, I think at this point we all know that Ye suffers from some sort of mental imbalance. Not to say that everything that he has said in the past that was controversial is wrong, because we've seen a lot of validity to certain things that he's brought up as far as who controls the music industry, who controls the funds. If you say anything against a certain group of people, you can see things, you can start to lose things. But if you say anything about anybody else, it don't matter. You can't come to me and tell me that something like that, you put a label on something like that is something negative when it's the truth. If it's the truth, I'm never going to allow you to label me as something that I'm not. So if you call me anti-Semitic for pointing out the obvious, cool. Let it be that then. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. I'm not against Jewish people. I'm not somebody that sits up here and talks about Jews all day. I'm not one of those guys. You're not going to see me on the internet talking about that shit all day. But what I'm not going to do is be oblivious to certain people that's in control of the music industry and certain parts of entertainment and news. And then now we have a whole war going on that we weren't even supposed to be a part of. But hey, what can I say? I peeped the game when the Kyrie shit was going on. I'm sitting back watching this shit like my antennas be up all the time. That's another reason why I grew my hair out. You know, somebody told me that one time. It helped me continue to grow out my hair and get it longer because a black woman told me that these dreads right here are our antennas. You know what I'm saying? And find that to be funny if you want. But the way that I've just seen the world and the way that things have been happening, man, it's like I saw through all that shit. I wasn't one of them people that was like, oh, maybe Kyrie need to chill out. Kyrie, he didn't do shit wrong. He didn't do shit wrong. He posted a link. He spoke his mind about how he felt about certain things. He wasn't malicious. He wasn't disrespectful. He wasn't disparaging anybody. But they tried to make that man pay fines. They tried to have this man sit down with groups and have discussions. Kanye had to do the same shit, had to sit down with some rabbis or some shit and apologize to the. I have not seen one white nigga. Where the fuck is that nigga Kramer? When did the Kramer ever have to sit down and talk to the NAACP or any prominent black groups to apologize and speak on the things? When is anybody? They get away with it all the time because we are the group of people that they dehumanize the most. It's very easy to disparage and talk down on black people because of the history of how much people don't give a shit. That's why people can minimize slavery. People can minimize the segregation era. People can minimize reparations because people don't give a fuck about black people in America. And I refuse to be brainwashed into believing the bullshit that they spew. That's why when I see other black people try to talk against reparations, well, what y'all gonna do with the money? Y'all gonna nigga, get the fuck out my bank account. The fuck you care what I'm gonna do with my own money? See, the illogical side that comes from it is knowing, on one side, we're not gonna pay reparations out of my taxes for shit that I wasn't a part of, but then you want us to celebrate your history every year and remember Confederate generals and remember racist presidents and all types of shit that has to do with the core of America. But see, it's so vile what took place that the best thing for them to do is disregard it, because looking at it face to face and accepting it and taking accountability and moving forward isn't something that they're willing to do. And it's largely because this is something that they still want. Now, I know I go on tangents and stuff like that, but I need people to know that, of course, the niggas that's been here for years know that myself, I'm very well versed on a lot more topics than speaking on Corey Holcomb and 5150. I also think that's another reason why niggas can't go at me the way that they think they could, because I am for my people. I'm a black man that believes in black rights and believes in black people. And I support black people and I speak up on behalf. So going against me really is going against one of your own. Because when it comes down to it, I don't care if niggas out here don't like me or talk shit or think of me in a negative light because of what I talk about on this channel. I don't give a damn. Because out here in the street, first of all, I ain't gonna know what you look like because all I know is your handle on YouTube. But if shit went down and it was us versus them, nigga, it's us versus them. I stand with my people. And that's been proven. We got receipts. I've been outside. I be outside. I don't go to the clubs. I don't go out to the bars. I'm not trying to find the next party to go to. When I'm outside here in Minnesota where I live, I'm either going to a concert, or if niggas outside protesting or niggas got to stand for some shit, I'm outside. Or I'm at work. You're not going to catch me in too many extracurricular activities that ain't got shit to do with nothing I care about. It's another reason why I don't base my whole livelihood around YouTube. Why I don't be on here every day posting videos about everything. I don't want my life to consist of that. I don't want people to just have their idea of me being a YouTube content creator who just talks about a whole bunch of different topics I don't care to talk about. That was my word for today. There were some other things that we could have brought up. Is there any topics y'all want me to bring up? Is there anything y'all want me to bring up? Any topics, anything we could look up real quick before I get up out of here? Let me know what y'all, if y'all have any topics y'all want me to bring up before we get out of here. I'll do that. I rarely ask that question, but if y'all have, or if y'all want to bring some shit up, man, let me know. I'm gonna end this poll. Go ahead and vote on the poll, man. Only 29 votes on the poll. Y'all ain't got no more votes, nigga. I see is 118 people in here. Who else got a vote, man? He said, damn, 6'5", nigga, you don't hoop. Nigga, I rap. man. I produce music. I do hoop too, man. But I ain't no professional hooper, nigga. I do hoop though. I hoop my entire life, basically, from the time I was in like second grade all the way up to my senior year. I played basketball, but I didn't play after high school because I was making music and shit and smoking a lot of weed. So, you know, it is what it is. Glittery Bubble say, I've learned in the last 6 or so years thus far, Minnesota breeds real ones, and that's across races. Oh my God. I can't even, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You talk about one of the most put together communities out here in Minnesota. Like, we stand with each other. Black, white, Asian, Somalian, Mexican. Niggas show up for each other. That's why when y'all seen them protests happening, when ICE was out here, you see it. 10,000 people record, 15,000 people recorded walking down the streets protesting. They still doing it. They stick together out here, man. And that's why I really love the community out here, because people now they see past a lot of other shit. Like, we had this moniker, you know, Minnesota Nice or MN Nice. And I mean, we live by that. You know, you got your fake people, you got people out here that do X, Y, and Z, but we do live by that Minnesota Nice stuff. Hey, what's up? My daughter just got here. Give me a hug, man. Oh, you got okay. She got to put her stuff away. My child just walked in the door. There's another reason why I can't be on here too late, because once you get here, all you niggas don't matter. I don't give a fuck no more. I gotta go. I gotta hang out with my child. And it's my day off. But yeah. We stick together, and we make sure we stick together, and we do it accordingly. Hey, baby. How you doing? Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Hi. That's my baby. Shout out to Naya. I got a 13-year-old, man. I'm getting old, nigga. I'm getting old. Nah, I can't. No. I ain't keeping her offline. I always post my child, man. Everybody know who Naya is, dog. If I kept her away from social media, I wouldn't put her on screen. But nah, she's been on my social medias. I don't care. Niggas ain't finna do shit. Most niggas ever did was put some shit on a shirt. Nigga, I will kill you over my child. And I feel like everybody else who is a father or a mother will feel the same way. This is not a direct threat to anybody, but you know, I'm just saying, you know. But shout out to you. I understand that too. I understand that, bro. Trust me. I understand keeping the babies offline. I do respect that. I respect that a lot. So trust me, I do understand that. We say Big Ed said, I've got a question. Are the rich trying to steal everything in Minnesota from the working class people in your city? Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Oh, wait, I'm missing some of y'all suggestions too. My bad. I'm gonna scroll back up. Listen, there is a daycare scam that has happened here. They said that niggas scammed billions. Trump tried to put it on Somalian people. He even tried to put it on Ilhan Omar because she's Somalian. And I've said this before, the face of the person that sparked all this and who caused all this was the face of a white woman. And when they finally showed her, they blurred her face out. So you can see the narrative that they're trying to push and who they're trying to make the face of this. But yes, there is some scamming going on in Minnesota. I don't know how much it has actually affected the community, but if they steal in billions, you're affecting somebody. World Shore said Mike Rebel and Diana Rossini. Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Let me end the poll. I'm in the poll. So if you guys don't know who this is, Mike Rebel, is that how you say it? Vrabel or Verbel? I didn't hear his last name said. I only seen his name was Mike something. And Diana Rossini. Mike is a coach for the New England Patriots, and Diana is a sports commentary analyst and whatever. She gets inside from people, and it turns out the inside she was getting was inside her. Apparently, we don't know it to be fact, but if you see two people dancing and holding hands at an intimate couples only retreat, you can only put 2 and 2 together, and when you do that, you get this. Them niggas was fucking. And they was having fun, man. And then on top of that, the internet is so vicious. These people have found, I'm talking disturbing amounts of footage of this woman talking crazy about her husband, only further pushing forward the narrative that she is most definitely cheating on this nigga. If I heard, bruh, there's no way that I would hear the woman that I put a ring on her finger sit on TV and talk about me disparagingly like this without me having a platform either. So now the only idea of me from the public eye that they get is from the mouth of this ungrateful urchin. There was a video. I seen the video where she was talking about him being a Phillies fan and not being able to talk. And I don't want attitudes to be dictated by sports teams. It's like, you're a sports analyst. How are you mad that your husband is mad about sports? You literally are engulfed in sports. But that's not the worst thing. The worst thing that I heard was her sitting up having an interview talking about the day before she got married. Anybody else see that? Anybody else see that video? The day before she got married. She wasn't even fuck. Usually, let me tell you something. If a woman is getting married, usually women like women who love the person that they're about to marry, they can't think of nothing else but the special day. I'm talking about not just the day before, but the week before, the month before, the same year. They are excited. They're nervous. They get butterflies. They're like, oh, this is the change. This is all these different feelings. Do you know what she did? She booked the interview with a coach the night before. And I know what you're going to say. Well, she does this for a living. You know, she had to work. She gets it in. She's a hustler. Great. But that's not the worst part, that she just booked the interview with a coach the night before her wedding. No, the bad part was that this coach, she revealed that this coach asked her, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to go and make this decision and change your life? Are you sure you want to do this? Do you know what her response was? I can't believe this man is asking me this. The man that my mom wanted me to marry is asking, who the fuck asked you about the person that your mom wanted you to marry? Who says this about the day before they tied the knot? Talking about, I can't believe the man that my mom wanted me to marry is at, you know what? She can tell it. She can tell it better than I can. She can tell it better than I can. Let me see if I can find this video, dog. I hope I find it quickly. Let's see. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. No. Dirty Diana. Ooh, you dirty bitch. She talked about her husband in the wrong light. She was on vacation, getting them butthole tight. She wanted to fuck that nigga, and she did it all right. She talked about her husband, he couldn't get it up and fight. She wanted to fuck that nigga, and yes, she sucked on his dick. Dirty Diana, you dirty ass bitch. Somebody got to make the remix. Somebody got to make the Dirty Diana remix, man. I think it might be me. Let's hear this shit. Let me pull this shit up, man. Dirty Diana. Dirty bitch. I felt so bad for this nigga, man. Then you go to her Instagram and you see the pictures of her and her family, and it's like, look what y'all do, man. when women want to fuck on another nigga, they don't give a fuck what they sacrifice. They can sacrifice their marriage, they can sacrifice their children, the livelihood of everybody else around them, as long as they happy enough with the new dick that they got. Oh my God.
I remember thinking, like, because I think when men propose, that's their wedding day. Like, that's when you guys are all in. It's not really all in for us yet. I think for women, the actual wedding day is the moment. So, I mean, Kev was all down for it. I was the one that was very skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't know. And at the time I was working at ESPN, and I remember I was still working. And so the night before my wedding, I'm making calls, and I had a phone interview set up with Jimmy Garoppolo. And I remember Jimmy was great. He made like a funny joke, like, hey, it's night before your wedding. You sure you want to do this? And I'm thinking, like, of all the people in my life that I'm going to talk to the night before my wedding, the one guy my dad wanted me to, or my mom wanted me to marry, was Jimmy Garoppolo. And he's calling me. Like, this is a sign.
Nigga, who says this about the night before their wedding? And that nigga Jimmy Garoppolo is so foul for asking that question also. Jimmy, let's find out if Jimmy's married, man. Because I need to find out if Jimmy having problems at home right now. Let me find out if Jimmy's having problems at home right now. Is Jimmy married? Let's see. Who is Jimmy Garoppolo's? Oh, we found her. Who is Jimmy Garoppolo's wife? His current partner in romantic past, with an impressive record on the field, Jimmy Garoppolo has garnered a huge fan base. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. But wife feels knowing that he got married. Do you think? He said Jimmy be hanging with them corn stars, huh? Ooh, wow. She really is for the, I'm sorry, but she really is for the streets, dog. That is street wear right there. niggas could put you on whenever. She is sports apparel, nigga. She is the locker room jock strap, nigga. Fuck the bullshit. I don't care what niggas is talking about. I don't give a fuck. You, my wife, you somewhere at a resort holding hands with another nigga dancing, it's over. You're not finna come to me talking about how it was innocent, how it was this and that. Bitch, you trying to catch a feeling. Get out my face, man. You want that old thing back. That's the mentality you going for. You trying to feel something again. Bitch, move around. Don't fucking quit wasting my motherfucking time. And you not getting half. Oh, I'm so glad that videos exist so these motherfuckers can't do wrong and then go to court and get half of a nigga's shit. No. Absolutely not. You're not finna put me in a bind. He finna have all the control. Custody. As a matter of fact, you take half, nigga. You take half, nigga. You go and you request half and spousal support and mandatory days that she has to have the kids so you can go out and get some sloppy toppy, my nigga, because you deserve it. You deserve it. Now, I had the same question too. He said most of them are swingers. Yeah, I believe that too. But at a certain level, I think, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but like, I feel like at a certain level in life, people are just mainly swingers, like really popular celebrities and entertainers and athletes and shit. Like, if you're like super rich and famous, I feel like you really get into that type of stuff. I don't know if certain people make it there, like the Diana Rossinis of the world. I think she's trying to work her way there. I think she's in the practice phase. She's trying to take multiple dicks to see if she is prepared for what is to come later on in life. I'm only assuming. I'm only assuming. Somebody else said, bring up the Gucci and Pooh Shiesty stuff. I already talked about that. I'm not going to demonize Gucci for telling. I'm not going to look at him crazy. I'm not a street nigga. I do not give a fuck about street rules. A nigga walked into his house, put him at gunpoint, had his family fucked up, and robbed him and made him sign papers. You do a nigga foul, don't turn around and try to have some street moral high ground because a nigga told on you. That's the delusion. That's the psycho switch that gets flipped on niggas. You go in somewhere, you do a nigga dirty, but don't expect him to do you dirty back. Oh, you can go and kill a nigga, but to snitch on him and put him behind bars, nigga, fuck, I'm beside myself. What? It's niggas that'll hear me say that and not think logically and be like, man, this nigga GMS tripping, man. We ain't never snitching, nigga. We gonna go handle our business. Yeah, because you don't have shit to lose like Gucci has shit to lose. You don't have millions of dollars that you have to protect. You don't have an entire family, not just your immediate family, like your girl and your kids that you protect. I'm talking about your mom, your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your managers, your assistants. You don't have all these things that you need to take care of on a daily basis and maintain. So do not tell a nigga who has that what he should and shouldn't be doing when it comes to protecting himself, his family, his assets, and his legacy. At the end of the day, none of them niggas in Atlanta who live by the street rules can take anything away from Gucci Mane. His accomplishments, what he did in the game, you cannot take that away because a nigga told the police that a nigga came in there and did him dirty. And maybe I am biased because I'm not a street nigga, so I'm not finna sit up here and act like I'm down with some shit that I'm not down with. That's what a lot of these other niggas be doing too, especially these young kids that really ain't in the streets but be infatuated by it, like the people that watch academics or the people that watch people like Flacco or No Jumper or whatever these platforms are. A lot of these kids are infatuated with street life, so they think that they have the right to demonize and talk crazy about a nigga that actually went through it. Gucci actually killed a nigga in self-defense. No hesitation. Shot a nigga and he's dead. Nigga said he was smoking on Pookie Loke in front of the nigga who sent Pookie Loke to his crib. Can't get no more gangster than that, regardless if he told or not. Say what you want. But if I was actually involved in the streets, I actually did street shit, I actually was involved in some unsavory activities, you can't take that away from me because now that I'm a 50-year-old man with a family and been on the straight edge and not in the streets at all, that I'm doing things the proper citizen way. You got to be a dumbass nigga to think Gucci is supposed to live by some street rules when this nigga lives in a mansion somewhere in the suburbs. And that's it too. Look, the shit that they're not speaking about. I'm glad you brought this up because I almost forgot to say it. Bringing up people's assets and the money and the jewelry and shit like that is important because you do need a police report for insurance. And if Gucci is smart, he has insurance on his jewelry. And when rappers or entertainers have insurance on their jewelry, when it gets stolen, and on top of that, you have the reports to prove that it was stolen, you get that shit back with no cost. Some of these niggas get new pieces made for the same price. You think Gucci was going to lose millions of dollars in jewelry and not get it back because a nigga's mad about his contract? Stop it, man. Stop it. I don't want to hear it. I don't care about the street rules. You niggas can be complacent with the genocide of your own people. I won't. I will always speak against it. That's why when that one fat nigga was in my DMs talking about what's Bracken blood, if you don't get this shit out of here, you old brainwashed ass, dumbass nigga, stop talking to me like that. Shit is weird, man. shit is fucking weird. And I don't subscribe to it. Now, GMS fam, the green room. I gotta go. All right, I gotta go. I gotta enjoy the rest of my day. I hope y'all are having a great day. I appreciate everybody that stopped by to show love on today's show, who participated in the chat. Also, shout out to Sean Mims for the $4.99 in the super chat, and also sending the Cash App. I appreciate you. If you want to support the GMS show in a big way, you can hit the Cash App right below, as you can see it scrolling under the microphone. I appreciate everybody who pulled up. Please do me a favor when y'all leave here. Step into that comment section. Let me know what you thought of today's show. Show some love. I'll be in the comments showing love as well. Whoever got the best comment on today's show, I'm going to pin it to the top of the comments. So go in the comment section, man. Leave that comment. Show love. Hit the like, all that good shit. GMS fam, the green room. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day. Hope y'all stay healthy. Hope y'all eat some good food. Niggas. That's all I got to say. Niggas. Appreciate y'all. GMS fam, we out.
No, stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music, GMS. No, I'm going to tell you once and for all, if you bring me up again, if you speak on me again, I will have Air Force One knock your whole shit off. All right? Very bigly. It'll be a very big, very enormous explosion. Booms everywhere, all through Minnesota. I already don't like you guys. You already have a Somali problem. Somali problem. You don't want me to rectify that. Keep my name out of your mouth, GMS. I won't tell you again. Go MAGA.